नमस्कार। श्री Ramakrishna Kathamrita. तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृतो प्रथम भाग षष्ठ खंड और प्रथम परिच्छेद. The first chapter of the sixth section of first volume of Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali. And this is the meeting of various devotees, the very close devotees like Adhar, Rakhal, Sri M, and Mani Malik in Sri Ramakrishna's room, that is on 22nd July 1883. And the topic is Mani Malik has told Sri Ramakrishna about the great, the Jnani, that Pandit he had met during his pilgrimage to Kashi. And then Sri Ramakrishna having told the devotees that Pandit had said that there is no point in just chanting the name of Lord. Shudhu Ishpur Ishpur Korle ki hoye. That is what that Pandit in Kashi had told. Then Sri Ramakrishna, all the love and affection for his devotees, for his children, he told, what that fellow said is okay. That is not, that is extremely difficult path. That is the last word. That is the last word on this path of spirituality, the path of knowledge. Instead, be a devotee, be a bhakta, and enjoy the Leela of the Lord. Because if you say that everything is false, everything is mithya, this jagat is mithya, then you yourself also fall into that particular gamut of mithya. You are not there. Your Lord is not there. How can you enjoy them? First enjoy the Lord. Then you will get that knowledge, and then you will say, and you will be able to reach that point where Shudhu Ishpur Ishpur Kurle ki hobe. That is the last word. Then Sri Ramakrishna told about his meeting with that great Jnani, Padmalochan, and how much respect and reverence even such a learned person as Padmalochan had for Sri Ramakrishna. So after talking about his meeting with Padmalochan, then Sri Ramakrishna is now talking. He will talk now after a devotee asks him about his meeting with another Pandit, another Jnani, Vidyasagar, Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Vidyasagorer doya, antu anture shona chapa. Sri Ramakrishna is going to talk about Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and what kind of person is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar? Is gold lies buried underneath. Gold lies buried within him. That's the kind of great personality that Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is, and Sri Ramakrishna is going to tell about this person later. As of now, Sri Ramakrishna is continuing his discussion with the devotees after he had told them about his meeting with the great humble Jnani. Humbleness and Jnani are basically, they don't go hand in hand. Sri Ramakrishna says that person was, that Jnani, that Pandit Padmalochan was so humble. That was a unique exception being a Pandit. Now Sri Ramakrishna says, then he talks about another Pandit, having spoken about Padmalochan. Such a simple, such a humble, full of humility. Now Sri Ramakrishna tells about another Pandit. একজন পণ্ডিতের ভারী অভিমান ছিল. He says, there was a Pandit who was very vain, a great egotistic tendency. Aham was so very high in that. Ishbore roop manto na. He never accepted God with form. Never accepted that God can be worshipped in form. It's highly arrogant jnani, egotistic jnani. কিন্তু ঈশ্বরের কার্য কে বুঝবে? Huh? Now Sri Ramakrishna says, but who can understand the miracles of the Lord? Who can understand the ways of the Lord? তিনি আদ্যাশক্তি রূপে দেখা দিলেন। That one day that Lord revealed himself to this Pandit in the form of primordial energy, Adya Shakti. Then what happened? The person who was so arrogant, the person who was so egotistic, who never ever accepted that God can be worshipped in form. He was unknown to the miraculous ways of the Lord. And then one day, the Lord gave him the vision in the form of Adya Shakti. And then what happened to that learned Pandit? Pundit অনেকক্ষণ বেহুশ হয়ে রইল। That Pandit, for a long time, that fellow remained unconscious. He was not able to, uh, digest. He was not able to comprehend that wonderful form of the primordial energy, primal energy, the Adya Shakti. একটু হুশ হবার পর কা 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 অর্থাৎ কালী এই শব্দ কেবল করতে লাগলো। Now Sri Ramakrishna is telling, the moment that Pandit, with the high sense of ego, the highly egotistic tendency, having seen the form of the primordial energy, the Adya Shakti, the mother, divine mother, the universal mother, he just went unconscious. And as he gained consciousness, there was nothing but ka, 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 that he was saying. Ka for Kali. He couldn't even pronounce. He was so much into that divine mood. He was in such an ecstatic mood, he couldn't even utter the word Kali. Just he could utter ka, ka, ka. এই শব্দ কেবল করতে লাগলো। That's all he could utter. That syllable ka, ka for Kali. These are the God's ways. These are the Lord's ways. These are the ways of Divine Mother. Even for a highly egotistic scholar, a man of knowledge, she can transform him into a divine child devotee at her will. Then a devotee asks Sri Ramakrishna, Bhakto, possibly Sri M. Bhakto, মহাশয় বিদ্যাসাগরকে দেখেছেন কি রকম বোধ হলো? Now a devotee is asking Sri Ramakrishna on this particular day, as the devotees have met, he asked Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna had told about Padmalochan, then about this egotistic Jnani. So one devotee asked that, revered sir, you had seen, you had met, you had visited Vidyasagar. কি রকম বোধ হলো? What do you think of him? What is your impression of him? Vidyasagar, also such a great Pandit. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, Sri Ramakrishna, বিদ্যাসাগরের পাণ্ডিত্য আছে, দয়া আছে. Says Vidyasagar has great scholarship. He's a great learned man. And at the same time, he has a lot of compassion. He has kindness in his heart. কিন্তু অন্তর্দৃষ্টি নয়, দয়া আছে, পাণ্ডিত্য আছে, কিন্তু অন্তর্দৃষ্টি নয়. He is great scholar, he has scholarship, he has compassion, he has kindness, but he doesn't have insight. অন্তরে সোনা চাপা আছে, যদি সেই সোনার সন্ধান পেত, এ তো বাহিরের কাজ যা করছে সেসব কম পড়ে যেত, শেষে একবার ত্যাগ হয়ে যেত. He is a wonderful person, but he doesn't have insight. He can't go within. Inside, gold lies buried within him. He's such a brilliance. He's such a gem of a person. Gold lies buried within him, but he doesn't know about it. He doesn't know about it. যদি সেই সোনার সন্ধান পেত, had he known that there is this gold lying within me, there is this great amount of spirituality lying within me, had he known it, then what would have happened? এ তো বাহিরের কাজ যা করছে, whatever all this great work he is doing, সেসব কম পড়ে যেত. All that work would have, all those activities would have just got over, would have reduced, would have stopped, had he known what kind of gem is there lying deep buried inside him. অন্তরে হৃদয়ের মধ্যে ঈশ্বর আছেন এই কথা জানতে পারলে তার ওই ধ্যান চিন্তায় মন যেত. Had he known that the Lord resides within me, had he known that the Paramatma resides within me, had he realized that fact, then his mind would have been directed to the Lord. তারই ধ্যান চিন্তায় মন যেত. His mind would have gone inside and kept on meditating on that Lord sitting with him, on that gold which is buried inside. কারো কারো নিষ্কাম কর্ম অনেক দিন করতে করতে শেষে বৈরাগ্য হয়, আর এই দিকে মন যায় ঈশ্বরে মন লিপ্ত হয়ে. And then he said that some people develop this dispassion and performing the selfless work like Vidyasagar is performing, out of his compassion, out of his kindness, the great amount of work, selfless work that he has been doing. There are people doing like this, then their mind goes to God. After a long time performing this kind of work, yes, his mind also will go to the Lord. Then Ishpore mon lipto hoye. Then mind ultimately become absorbed in the Lord, and then that will be the moment of peace. Till then, he is doing all the charity, he is doing all the great works, but he has not known as of now for whom he is doing the work. It is for that Lord sitting inside. It is his work that he is doing. And a day will come, and Sri Ramakrishna, he confidently says that কারো কারো নিষ্কাম কর্ম অনেক দিন করতে করতে, lot of people, some people, while doing this kind of selfless work, so after so many days, শেষে বৈরাগ্য হয়ে, performing this kind of selfless work a number of days, years, and finally the dispassion rises in their heart. The renunciation takes shape in their heart and blooms in their heart. And then they realize what is the gold that is lying inside, what is the gold that is hidden inside. অন্তরে সোনা চাপা. And once that stage comes, ঈশ্বরে মন লিপ্ত হয়ে, mind will get attached to the Lord, and then there won't be any more action. So that is what Sri Ramakrishna has such a great confidence in the work that Sri Vidyas Pandit with Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is doing. Now, Sri Ramakrishna further talks about Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. ঈশ্বর বিদ্যাসাগর যে রূপ কাজ করেছে সে খুব ভালো. So the way he is working, the way he is doing everything charity for the sake of other people, it is excellent. It is so nice. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, Doya khub bhalo. It's the kind of compassion he has in his heart. It is extremely good. It is extremely nice to have that kind of compassion, that kind of kindness, that kind of feeling for others. And then Sri Ramakrishna cautions. What Ishwar Chandra has is Doya, is compassion, is kindness, not the Maya. And then Sri Ramakrishna tells the difference between Doya and Maya. Doya or Maya, अनेक तोफात. There is a hell lot of a difference between compassion and attachment. Some people start doing all such kind of charitable works out of attachment to name and fame, attachment to people around. That work is not done in selfless spirit the way Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is doing. There is some kind of self-interest involved whenever one does the work out of attachment as Maya. Now Sri Ramakrishna tells what is the difference. Daya bhalo, Maya bhalo noy. Passion, kindness is wonderful, is very nice. Not so the attachment. Now, Maya আত্মীয়ের উপর ভালোবাসা. What is attachment? Attachment is the love, affection for one's own relations, one's own relatives, one's own near and dear ones. What kind of near and dear ones? Stri, putro, bhai, bhogini, bhaipo, ভাগ্নে, বাপ, মা, এদেরের উপর ভালোবাসা এই মায়া. Love and affection for one's wife, son, brother, sister, brother's son, sister's son, father, mother, all these love for all these is out of attachment. Some element of self-interest attached in loving all these people, all these near and dear ones. Doya, সর্বভূতে সমান ভালোবাসা. What a great teaching. This is the difference between Daya and Maya. Maya is my love, my affection, whatever I do for my near and dear ones. Whatever one does for his spouse, whatever one does for wife, children, parents, brother's son, sister's son, nephews, nieces, all these near and dear ones. That is Maya. That is out of attachment. But Doya, সর্বভূতে সমান ভালোবাসা. Equal love for all the beings. Why only my wife? Why only my sons? For everybody. And here, mass words. No one is a stranger, my child. The whole world is your own. That is motherly love. That is motherly affection. That is compassion, mother's compassion. Equal amount of love. Love everyone equally. Why only your own near and dear ones? The entire world is your own. All beings are your own. Do something selflessly for them. Without any attachment, without any expectations of getting anything in return. That is what Ishwar Chandra is saying in the view of Sri Ramakrishna. And while talking about Ishwar Chandra, Sri Ramakrishna has taught us such a wonderful truth, such a wonderful secret of how to do work without attachment, without any self motive in it. That is the difference between Bhuya and Maya. And with that particular thing, the first chapter of the sixth section comes to an end. And let us take a break here. We will continue our bi-weekly reading now. We are going to make it a bi-weekly reading, one for the Sunday and one for the Wednesday. So till then, Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swami.